The NFL we go, where I am putting my panelists on preseason week 1 watch. Guys, rapid fire. Harry Douglas, what are you watching for from Anthony Richardson in his preseason debut?
Schrager, for Anthony Richardson, it's all about, can you make the routine play consistently, being accurate as a quarterback, taking care of the football, and showing why you were drafted 4th overall in the NFL draft.
D-Wood, how do you view this Colts QB battle, Richardson versus Daniel Jones?
I mean, listen, if you're the Colts organization, you want Anthony Richardson to win the job. He was drafted 4th overall. If he doesn't win this job, that is a huge failure for that organization.
Harry Douglas, we know Joe Burrow is going to be playing in the preseason. Do you love or hate the fact that the Bengals are giving him some preseason reps?
I love it, and you can capitalize every single letter, baby, because this football team has started slow over the last 3 years. 2-7 over that span. That's worst, or tied for worst, I would say, in the National Football League. But Joe Burrow's coming into the season healthy for the first time in a very long time. I love this. Go ahead and iron out those kinks in preseason so you can hit the season sprint.
Jeremy Fowler, you spoke with Burrow directly. What did he tell you?
I caught him in his locker at Bengals camp. He said he took a long break from throwing the ball, but he feels fresh, feels great, probably throwing the ball as well as he ever has, and he's feeling like an athlete. He was even doing a running back drill the day I was there. So he's getting loose this year.
I love that. Damien Woody, new era in Vegas. The Raiders. What do you want to see from their rookie running back, Ashton Jeanty?
Show them why you were drafted in the top 10. Because you were the most explosive back in college football last year. We know what Pete Carroll, the style of play that Pete Carroll wants to implement in with the Las Vegas Raiders. He wants to play defense, and he wants to run the football. And, oh, by the way, you have Chip Kelly as your offensive coordinator. Show that explosiveness in the preseason.
And that takes us to Cleveland, where the Browns announced 2 days ago that Shedeur Sanders is slated to start tomorrow night in Carolina. Jeremy Fowler, you spent some time in Cleveland this summer. Empty the notebook. What do you got on Shedeur?
Well, the Browns like how he's accurate. He makes tight window throws. He does a lot of good things. They did have a joint practice yesterday with the Carolina Panthers. The feeling is over there that, hey, the Browns quarterback outlook, maybe not so great. Shedeur does have some work to do in the pocket, urgency, getting rid of the ball. He's got a bit of a long windup as a thrower. So he's got a ways to go as far as a prospect. They like what he's doing, but, you know, they got some time. Really, Joe Flacco, from people I talked to, feel like he's easily got the lead right now in that race.
Okay, that's fair. However, tomorrow night, it's going to be Shedeur. Harry, I start with you. What specifically must he do to make an impact and make a statement tomorrow night?
I'll say number one, when you're dealing with a rookie quarterback, you want that guy to be able to take the information that you learn in the meeting rooms, retain it, put it to the practice field, but now it's Friday Night Lights, baby. That game is tomorrow. You're going back to your high school days. Can you perform at your best when the lights are on? We know a lot of people can do it in practice. You can do it when you're in shorts and a T-shirt. But can you take that information and go out there and control the line of scrimmage, have command over the huddle, take care of the football, and then here's the big catcher. It's not like the Carolina Panthers defense were just miraculous last season. Those guys were last in just about every single category. So they're going to be playing some of their starters on defense. So if you're Shedeur, if you can take advantage of this opportunity and open more eyes to your quarterback play, then it's setting you up for I'll say a good first season.
All right, Damien Woody, I look at this situation. He was the 4th quarterback on the depth chart. We've got injuries from everybody else, so now he's inserted to start. What can he do in a meaningful preseason performance?
He has an opportunity to plant a seed in Kevin Stefanski's head. How often do you see a 5th-round quarterback who's 4th on the depth chart get to start the first preseason game? Not only start it, but play most of the game. That's a rare opportunity. Those opportunities usually only go around for your first-round quarterbacks. But Shedeur Sanders is getting that opportunity right now with the Cleveland Browns. And I would tell Shedeur, I'm just looking at the camera, take advantage of this opportunity. You have a unique opportunity to go out here and do all the things that Harry talked about, as far as the operation and all those type of things. But you have an opportunity to plant a seed in Kevin Stefanski's head to say, this is not too big for a rookie quarterback. And if you do that, you'll give yourself more opportunities moving forward in the preseason.
Yesterday we had our lead draft analyst, Riddick, here, also, of course, calls Monday Night Football and does college. He had an interesting take. Let's toss to Riddick on the fact that Shedeur is going to be starting in the preseason debut.
This is the kind of scenario that you don't want. You want to go, you're going out there with the first team, but you haven't really repped with them. You haven't really gone through all the different calls that the quarterbacks that have been getting the majority of the 1s and 2s have gotten. So for him, hey, look, he may not be able to lock down the starting job with this performance, but he can definitely lose it. That's just the life of being a late-round draft pick. They expect you to be perfect, although you weren't necessarily set up for perfection.
Okay, Jeremy Fowler, I bring you in here because here's the real brass tacks of it. He hasn't taken reps with the number 1s.
Yeah.
He was the 4th quarterback. He was a 5th-round pick. As much as it's just preseason, this does seem like a giant mountain to climb to suddenly be fantastic right out of the gates.
It's a lot. Second stringers against the first-team defense. I will say this, though, being in Cleveland, the teammates there are invested in seeing him do well. They're going to ball out for him, I bet, because they believe in him, like the galvanizing of other people. Like you hear it when David Njoku, Jerry Jeudy, when they talk about him, like they like this guy a lot. And he's not a 5th-round pick in the truest sense. He should have gone a lot higher. We all know it. So there's pedigree here. So I think he's going to show more than people expect.
But can I add a point here? I think we got to throw out the pre-draft. You know, all the pre-draft stuff is over. At the end of the day, he's a 4th-string, 5th-round QB. Okay, you got to go out there and put your imprint on this situation. That's why I said you got to have a heightened sense of urgency with this opportunity that you have if you're Shedeur Sanders. Because I agree with Louis Riddick. If you go out there and stink up the joint, like that could be it. Not only as far as your opportunity to potentially be a starter, but just making the team.
Yeah. The opportunity to go, horribly off the rails is there with the lack of reps and with the fact that he hasn't been given the opportunity to play with a lot of these guys.
Guess what, Shrakes? No one cares.
I was just going to say, does any of that matter?
No one cares. And I get what Louis is saying, that it's not the perfect situation for Shedeur Sanders. But sometimes when you got lemons, you have to make lemonade out of those lemons. And you have to be able to play the hand that you're dealt. And for Shedeur Sanders, you're a 5th-round pick. Everything's not going to be ideal as a rookie quarterback. Everyone's not going to go into the ideal situation. But can you make the best of it?
Patriots' new head coach, Mike Vrabel, is breaking up fights at camp. Yes, he even got bloodied up. Take a look at this. That's him with a giant ice pack after going into a scrum, breaking up a fight, and he had blood gushing from his face. D. Wood, what do we think of Mike Vrabel's literal hands-on approach to coaching?
I'm literally laughing because this is Vrabes to a T. Like, Vrabes is one of the most hands-on coaches that we have in the game, and to see Vrabes in a scrum like that's no surprise to me at all.
You played with the guy. Is that something that he would encourage and get involved with on his own?
Of course. I've seen Vrabes like be a part of running drills and all those type of things. That's just who he is. He's a former player. So he's always going to try to involve himself in stuff like that.
All right, we're doing a segment called Would You Believe with Damien Woody. It's sophomore quarterback edition. D. Wood, would you believe if Drake Maye and Josh McDaniels made the playoffs in year 1 together?
Absolutely, I will believe this. Listen, when you're talking about this New England Patriots, they were so devoid of talent last year offensively. Now you look at 2025, 4 of their 5 offensive linemen are new. You add in Stephon Diggs, but the biggest addition, in my opinion, is Josh McDaniels. Josh McDaniels working with Drake Maye is going to do wonders for this young man. And don't be surprised, combined with that defense, that the New England Patriots at the end of the year is knocking on the door of the playoffs.
Harry, you were not in Tennessee when Vrabel was the head coach. However, you've been back there as a former player, and you were there when he was, of course, there after you played. What do you make of this season with him and Drake Maye, a young quarterback?
So number one, Vrabes is going to be hands-on with Drake Maye at the quarterback position. And he's going to give him, that forcefulness that he may need as a young player. And I love everything about this because when you can coach your quarterback hard, like we've seen Bill Belichick do Tom Brady, everybody else falls in line. And we even have a clip that we're going to show right here. Mike Vrabel getting on Drake Maye about celebrating with your teammate and how important it is. And I want everyone to listen right here to this.
Transition. Get down there, Drake! I just really want to, if we got to play, go get in there. You know what I mean? It's hard. How many touchdowns you guys scored last year? The answer is not enough. That's it. There's one answer. Not enough. We got to score them.
So I love everything about this, right?
Not enough.
Because when you haven't scored enough touchdowns and your offense didn't have the productivity that you would want it to have, A head coach coming to the star quarterback who is the face of the franchise and the leader of this football team saying, hey, how many touchdowns did y'all score last year? Not enough. Get down there and celebrate with your teammates. Something so minute becomes so big because when your starting quarterback is down there celebrating with everyone else, that's infectious to the rest of your football team. I played for coaches that always preach this. Don't just celebrate on your own when you do something good. Go down there, run down there, Drake Maye. I know you're the starting quarterback, but sprint your ass down there and go celebrate with that receiver that just caught that touchdown pass from you.
A couple days ago, I said Ben Johnson was the most interesting person. Vrabel's interesting, too, this year. This is a guy who was Coach of the Year, gets fired, was in hibernation with the Browns. Jeremy, this is a really interesting figure in the 2025 season.
Yeah, I not only am buying Patriots stock, it would not shock me if they won the AFC East.
Wow.
Like, I really feel that way. Buffalo's still the favorite.
That's big.
But look, Miami's in transition. New York Jets in transition. They've loaded up on the offensive line. They've loaded up. Defensive line's looking really good. Drake Maye, there's just something about Drake Maye. I do think he's going to make a massive jump. Buffalo's still the favorite, but I'm going to put it right there. I got Patriots with a chance to win.
The Vrabel part of it, I feel like he's got a chip on his shoulder too this year.
It sounds like you made a massive jump. See, I got to go this weekend and play in Jim Kelly's golf tournament up in Buffalo. Get me away from Jeremy.
Let's stay
Get me away from Jeremy.
D. Wood, we've got another one
here.
here.
Don't get closer.
No, we're good. Would you believe it if the Vikings were to come out and we see in a couple weeks that, oh, you know what, they made a mistake going all in on J.J. McCarthy?
Not at all, because I trust Kevin O'Connell. This is the same Kevin O'Connell who had Kirk Cousins playing like an MVP before his Achilles injury. This is the same Kevin O'Connell who resurrected Sam Darnold's career and got him paid in Seattle. I trust Kevin O'Connell when it comes to quarterbacks, okay, and the skill position players. The skill around J.J. McCarthy is elite. And so you plug him into this infrastructure that they have in Minnesota, I think he's going to do well.
They were 14-3 with Sam Darnold, and they told Darnold, nah, we're good. They go with the rookie here from last year, who's now really a rookie because he didn't play in any regular season games, coming off the injury. You were there at Vikings camp. You've spoken to them. What are you hearing on J.J. McCarthy?
Yeah, Peter, I was told that he's working on his touch. They want to see him with every club in the bag. Right now it is a lot of fastball. The good news is he's got a fastball, ample arm strength. And Kevin O'Connell told me something interesting, that his enthusiasm, his personality has galvanized the entire offense. So we talk about leader of men, all that stuff.
Yep.
He seems to really have that. Now it's just about, can he master going against Brian Flores' defense? That's the issue right now.
In practice, sure. Now, Harry, what do you need to see from him in the preseason?
Just play football. It's been a while since he's been able to do that, since injuring himself last year in the preseason. But for for J.J. McCarthy, I would say this. All you have to do is not mess it up within this offensive system. You have a solid defense. That defense of Minnesota, they was tied for first in the league last year with 33 takeaways. When you look at the offense, the O-line is going to be top 5. You have Aaron Jones at the running back position. You have the best wide receiver in football. But I would say what I want to see his connection with other guys. Right now, Justin Jefferson is not out there. He's nursing a hamstring injury. You're not going to have Jordan Addison within the first 3 games. How is your connection with everyone else within that pass game? But listen, of all first-year and second-year quarterbacks, there's no situation better than what J.J. McCarthy has right now. Take advantage of the situation.
Okay, we got one more here for you because I think we go to Chicago where everybody is interested in what we're going to get out of this guy. D. Wood, would you believe it if the Bears and Caleb Williams miss the playoffs in Ben Johnson's first year?
I do. And listen, the Bears have done a great job of kind of building up things around Caleb Williams, obviously the offensive line, getting 3 interior players to build that wall. But I think when you look at Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams, I think there's a deconstruction of sorts that needs to happen with Caleb Williams. Yeah. We know he has the flair for the spectacular, but it's the mundane things that wins in the National Football League when you're playing the quarterback position. And I think that's what Ben Johnson is trying to get Caleb Williams to do. And when you're facing adversity, you're on the road, 4th down, 3rd and 7, we gotta have it from you. I need to be able to look into your eyes and know that this guy's got it. He's got the goods, because ultimately players are going to only follow you if they believe in you. And so that's the thing I'm seeing. I forget all the X's and O's. That we're going to talk about that as these games progress. But is he a leader of men? That's the thing that I want to see from Caleb Williams. And you know what we're going to see? We're going to see it from the players. the players surrounding Caleb Williams. We're gonna hear from them in the locker room when reporters are asking about him. That's when we're gonna know, like, okay, this guy got the goods.
They were on Hard Knocks last August. It almost felt like a Bears commercial. It was like, everything's great, and then the season went off the rails. What are you hearing as far as year one with Ben Johnson? No cameras in the locker room.
So Roma Dunze told me Caleb Williams can literally be the best quarterback in the NFL. He's far away from that right now. You mentioned deconstruction. That's exactly right. Ben Johnson has been relentless on him with the details.
I hear you, Rome. Trying to get some extra passes, baby. I hear you, Rome.
Right. He's trying to get the ball. They're just trying to get him to do the basics right now, and then they'll work on, the off-scripted plays, the mobility, all his strengths. That will come. Now, Chicago Bears, elite quarterback plays an oxymoron.
Yeah.
It's always been that way. But as far as the ability, they see it. Like, the players recognize it. They just got to get it out of them.
Do you feel like it's like almost like an unwiring of everything he learned last year, and then we have to build?
Absolutely. Yeah, Ben Johnson is like just how to take a three-step drop, all the basics. Like, they are treating him like a rookie right now.
If we see him in the preseason, what do you need to see from him, just even in August?
Number one, can you play under center consistently, especially in a Ben Johnson system? But you got to be able to do the routine things and play in structure, play on time, anticipate throws. Ben Johnson talked about his footwork as well. These are a lot of things that the head coach, who's also the play caller, mentioned that he wants from his quarterback that they have to undo and build from the ground up. So it's kind of alarming, but it has to be done in order for Caleb Williams to get on the right track from the quarterback position.
Damien, I want to end this final note with you. It's a city that is very hard on their quarterbacks. It's also a draft class that's loaded with guys who've already had a lot of talent. Do you think Caleb Williams has more pressure on him than any of these other second-year quarterbacks this year?
Yes. Yes, he does. Like people will say JJ, well, what about JJ McCarthy? It's his first year, and he's in a great system. But Caleb Williams, you're going to compare Caleb Williams to Jaden Daniels. Okay, you're going to compare him to Bo Nix. All of these other guys who have come out the gates firing. If you're the number one pick, boy, brother, you need to get this thing going, because if not, it's going to be your downfall, quick, fast, and hurry.
And in that